Abronye DC, the court case and matters arising. Abusuya Endra Yeba Eba be breaky at the mam. Abronye DC a court no a order say yensan so emfano enkopie mu ewo remand say honsem bebre eboba. Obi enti issue na say Abronye DC ekoya okọ threatening judge odidi judge atem oka say judge no eye NDC for ena abane pa eno ene de Abronye DC akwakoto asem kese we ma NPP a minority leader nso by obekeka bebre ono nso de no ko wie asemu na and rather Abronye DC just a court no a request for the visa during the first time okokopie mu e court Abronye DC sa visa no ode akwakotie just say ne adwemo po nyina ayese opese odwane e de free e Ghana hase na ne pesa opese odwane no e na court no achese say Abronye DC amfa ne visa no amba ne traveling document no amfa amba se passe omo ebegyan ne omo ngyan ne engyan china entine ya kwako hu say Abronye DC ne visa onfa nkoma court na no opese odwane e de free oman ni ma abusuya ene Kevin Taylor ababonten ede ehonsem ababetuja na abusuya ansana yebekọ na makwakoti Kevin Taylor ne hot details and secret oyi ede free Abronye DC ne nsem ni ma ode amagana fo no abusuya se open computer papa na se laptop papa ato aburu Perosi computers and accessories ho na ye laptop papa fi ne location nso enye ye akwan owo Kumasi Bokrom Estate ila efre number ya eguso 0247 030 108 and I say 0597 942 133 Perosi computers and accessories ho na ubenya laptop papa na computer papa na we use the use ukra low budget and as ukra high budget o mema high quality laptop na we use mo yanko na yankonkoti ensma Kevin Taylor edituja
ene say eye aponchin a friend Abronye. Accra High Court dismisses Abronye's application seeking to vary his bail conditions. Now, remand him into police custody until he deposits his passport with the court registry. And they are sorry, they say, Abronye, court say the passport, the first case, no. Na nyoma eka ho a ye say onfambra na yema ne bill no na ne passport kan ho also odeba na ye geto ho na yema ne bill na Abronye anye enti ende oba court no na judge ne say ye be ma bill no first one no ye ka say for passport bra na enje nto ho se na be ye hia umre bia ana wontumi ntu kwan abra sebio wasam ne da hokoso adenti na wanfamba Abronye say no passport no de koma embassy bi okosku abrochire okwohwe no ho yare enti ontua na judge ne say bo the law is the law. Enti baby a passport ni obia no ubeshem passport ni beka yensa na you. And I don't think anybody will sit obia na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say judge ne tiamra. I don't see anywhere judge ne betiamra. And you these politicians who sometimes you just come out and say anything. Oh, people are using a year bail condition as a dance because the judge is working within the law. So we MPP ni begina bonte beka say ai judge ne tan Abronye he fa na judge ne tan Abronye ya ma o emra di so na kofie na bra court sam ran we ndi so okoduru court ye say o passport no he o say ai ono Abronye no o say ono obeso ko school abruchire kwasea o say ono no judge no me yare intime passport no me da koma embassy bia me kwaji visa abuofunu o kwaji visa dwane Abronye we odidi nkwasi asem no wi odi nkwasi asem no wi na wa de nim sa achenchena woni ma chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi na wa de nim sa achenchena na wa kotete into koteta na adwe nse emu bedwo because Ghana fo agimi de oye ne se obedi nkwasi asem no wi otutwa ntroto nkofo so a owi na akotete sa achenchena into teta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asabe tutu ntosio sa na asoroko right now emran ni di and I don't expect any individual and adwene yedwuma onim nyansa beka say this one the court is being hard on Abronye because technically time na Abronye dem first time no na nkeni see yi no because he did not provide a passport and from that time no na go say Abronye dem until now because the conditions are account bill no and they say provide your passport, get sureties and blah 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 and then I want person the passport in my court no Meaning, Abronye does not respect the court. Abronye bu court for no. At the end of the day, what did the judge in Yatem know? He is still disrespecting the court. The man be peer court and they say, Okodi the judge in Yatem. Okodi the judge atem. Okan some to judge so. Or sa could court now. Or sa disrespect the court no. If the judge sitting there no, Abronye mbuno. It is how called the Nimsa Chinchina way. In Kwasiadia or Yano. And you see, I keep telling the MPP. Sanyama way na mu defend no and the bema mo power banner aye den one hwe betra 42 years no the MPP no my imagine say enkwasiade bi on be defend it enkwasiade bi on be support it so you get a fool like Afenyo Markin obi ko di nkwasiasem kra na eche na so MPP ni it does not work like that. Ghana no enye je for Ghana ni bi me. People are now rational, people are now asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. It was Junior will say, yeah, MPP for Kwade, Obi Jimmy also could do it pulls with your closeness to power a chick. Because what happens in the say, I feel Obi Abu some money and some way Jimmy, eh? Small girl yan and say a china or releasing. Now me expect to say, Omwa koyi girl ni free jail hormono. I am a girl the bill no. I was expecting them to come out and say, you this girl, your actions were wrong. It is bad. We are telling you as a political party today, Yaba Abe save you. We want to say this on TV to every single young man, young woman in Ghana. Say, Sadia way, Omusia, na Sebio, police chioma. We as a political party, Yebumra, and Edimra, so until we are not going to come out and come demonstrate or fight for your release. Sanka MPP domuni munyansa, but what did they do? Omo de abayu and who fear and who can sa ko share them ne ko die and we also go kumasi. You see, so right now you could see the party in Yansanim because I small girl way Addo ye okoshe jail no I send a record on to me more bra papa bia bio na bra boma obeka sase bodam for what you were supposed to do then na munya e bail ma akora no na ma press conference na mama akora de can say you Adia yama wende ya because we want to send a message to the young people out there omokasama yene MPP for sebi ohwebra wo bra ye passport kura woni bi enti ye pese kan wani mo TV so ma obi ehu say ade ye they send a message akwa abontene magana for nkwara nyina ehu say you cannot sit on TikTok and say the things you said because ya chiwa ubedem. But what did they do? Sa ba you akwhye eye jailer onware ya ne ho kankan e no maso no tika mu. Instead of them to advise these young ones, now they are making this girl look like say onimunyansa, and that is the problem I have with the MPP. Akoya na fono say eye chale asi okoyi girlie. Na me just onimunyansa kakra. We Jimmy because you see the party there are no principles again. Say obi Jimmy ni akoyi no obi Jimmy. There are people who genuinely sometimes they do things for party. You can genuinely see say where they are intentional, but you see. When that same person does something again, not close to what he did, then you start to ask yourself questions. But what the MPP does and say, Obi ko din kwa samani akwa ino akwa chiaba omia. Erade. Obi Jimmy, okaso beku president na yirepe na ba omia ko chia no akwa hage ba omia. Obi bakika nkwase sempe na ba omia se yenko yi no na when you do this what happens in the say ema obia onim nyansa bia hu se mu agimi. It's a party that is basically supporting this kind of life and to me fa nipa foforo bia meka party no ho. It me my advice to the party is say omo agimi to the point say right now no they support riffraffs out of pain. They cannot get out of election defeat, It's Jimini Biakasani China, ya MPP ni, no, you don't do that. That is not what party does. Party need to be strategic about the kind of people who basically communicate for them. MPP. So with this NDC, with this nobody's going to come pick you up. Yeah. The NDC will only come after assessing the situation. Anytime they pay NDC for us, me MPP ni by the The NPP, the NDC, they will sit. They will analyze your actions and then ask themselves questions before they come out to say, Omba Belu. But you see, MPP, no man say, Nyai, Eche, Obi and Jimmy. The moment Okasatia Mahama, Didi Mahama, Temokwa, the Yankofano, none of your communicators can compare themselves to me as an MPP member. No. I have money to hire lawyers. That is why when I sit on TV or radio, I use facts to speak. Me pose a question to Samira. I have my facts. I never sit here and say things without my facts. It is only a young person out here say, Me Mekasa MPP Baba Yimia. The MPP is becoming unattractive more. More Jimmy. And then I'm going to TikTok, any Facebook. Monkwaya Omugusi, a dear message pa no mo send ya magana. Monkwaya Omugu TikTok, hey, yaba yabachi basinteli, hey, yaba yabachi sabijenfi. And we need power. I'm telling you. Hey, share the table will turn. Me so unko Chinese restaurant now. Tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow can have miscarriage today. You know that. Tomorrow, that is pregnant. No, it can have miscarriage today. Mwe Jimmy, instead of you people, party executives, no, Mwe Jimmy, you cannot even sit and let people understand. So we are a young man, we are a young man, make sure you stay within the law. But moko yin dying for every sales. Now must I encourage you, oh monko, and this is tamo. You see, most of these people will be ex-convicts before 42 years of member power. Well, now there's this young guy called Kevin Taylor. He's criticizing everybody, and he's criticizing with facts. Every time he comes, he holds a document, then he exposes the document, he throws it out into the system. Now, school boys, school girls, tertiary institution, university boys, girls, everybody has access to documents. But in the past, na kukuba kunkwane kuta document, na isankuma nkwane speak to the document, political class nkwana ekasa with documents. So the issue is, why is Kevin giving us the document? It is not normal in Ghana. Why is Kevin giving out the document? That was their problem. So they all started using their small boys and girls on Facebook, on radio. The agenda was that now let him feel the space, the heat, by telling him so umwadie, because it's Ghana. They wanted to dip me in that thing whereby akwaran to me bonajene, oh to me chenajene. So the strategy was that monkas umwadie, monkas we dip in monkas. So they started that. Into to obia menyini channel, obia mabo bra channel. Because they may on tears and they say, Kevin, small boy. I'm like, it's fine. You have your own mind. So they started setting people out to come after me. That was when the PDS scandal. And I would like to credit the Herald newspaper, Larry Dugbe. I collaborated with him so much because I wasn't in Ghana. And there were some few things that I needed clarification, follow some documents, share documents with him. You know, so with PDS scandal, no, and I think before that I had done a lot of scandals, you know. PDS scandal, no, I worked with Larry Dugbe on the Herald newspaper, on PDS. In fact, I'll never take all the credit for PDS because he did a lot of job, a lot of work. We sometimes stay on phone to like 3-4 a.m. Ghana time. From there, I had time there 8 p.m. and he will be on phone. We go through documents, read everything. Now, if I have documents, I share with him like this. Let's clarify, you know. So he helped. So that's why I always give him credit for that. So we came out with PDS. That is the biggest one. I think there were ones to be at. Yeah, once to be at PDS by. So it was also a big deal. I don't know, there were some other scandals I made in Kanye, right? So PDS started the whole anger towards me. Why do you touch Gabi? Why do you touch Bumpty? Why do you touch Ekufuado? Why do you touch Baumia? Why do you touch the money of Foriata? Why do you touch PDS? Who are you? Wako school wings, university ben or Oko school bang or a wine on Tibrofo. So that was the thing. All to discredit or to discourage me. I didn't stop. I kept on. So at the point, they devised a strategy, and the strategy is to gag me. How do we gag this guy? Oh, America, you're Ghana. We don't know what he does. Ebi krampo or she basement be. Ebi or no krampo ni baby te. Ebi krampo to bin chain. So how do we gag him? That was when I did the story one scandal about number one. How a Sankuma and then wafa now too many stories. And I came to expose a Sankuma who was on TV every day lying to people about his involvement in the number one scandal. So now a Sankuma lost his credibility. Everybody got to know he's a criminal. He sits on TV, lies about everything because they all wanted a Kufuado to keep stealing because a Sankuma so now the appointment to bind him. So they realized that you have touched another live wire. You know, a Sankuma mono, they were the ones who were creating politicians for the MPP. They were the ones who were the clean boys. They were the cleaners. Men can say, "I'm not cleaners." No, so MPP for no edin kwasi asema. Saturdays is Sankuma mobile teams don't be clean yomo in the name that they are legal brains. So most Ghanaians they not question them. Sankuma most times, in some kind of teams when kwasi asem, there are things they have googled. They didn't really have any facts, nothing to it. So what they come and do and say Sankuma tia, Kwekuba kutia, Egbert Fable tia. These are all criminals who basically lie to Ghanaians. So now I do a Sankuma story. Ghanaians get to know the fact. I present everything. I presented everything. Then a Sankuma's credibility dies. Everybody gets to know he's a liar, he's a criminal, he's a thief. He basically hides behind, I am a lawyer, to steal from people. So a Sankuma fall off. One of their live wires, it's been cut off. Problem about their communication, 30%, you're breaking it down. Because a Sankuma na ye juma no more weekends. In just Kevin Taylor and Sake Sankuma, he might touch another one. So we need to use a Sankuma to go after Kevin Taylor. Now what happened? A Sankuma says he's suing me in America so that he can find a way to gag me. So they all went behind his Sankuma, Gabi, Samens of City News, Paul Admotre, Kwekuba, they all told his Sankuma, sue him. Now, the address is Sankuma used. All the address was wrong. He used some New York address, some stupid address I've never even left there before. Everything that Sankuma put, he spelled my name Kelvin, and every single thing that he filed in Ghana said, "Will sue me," was wrong. So I didn't see the need to even respond to it because everything about it was a lie. And then I heard it said Sankuma has mailed the suit to who? I don't even know to date. I did not receive any suit from Sankuma. But what they did is they connived with the judge. And then the judge gave Sankuma judgment. Oh, Sankuma, you have won. The person you filed a case against, we wanted that. The lawyer representing that. You could not even get a reliable address to get any response. You say Sankuma court, judge said 2 million. Okay. Because me I'm Kevin me name called to be here. Obia sue me. Obia bailiff bia man bia. I've not received anything. So nobody in this world can tell me I've been sued. I still kept doing my job. Now me juma. From nowhere I say Gabi so court because then I was staying on Gabi. Because I knew Gabi was the center bolt of the Kufuor administration. That is why deliberately they didn't give Gabi any a political appointment. So I saw that Gabi was the center bolt. So now I have to unscrew Gabi. Then PDS came. I played the audio where Gabi, Bumpty, Ekufuado, and what's that guy's name? The other guy. I played the video and the chat. I had the Thriller in Manila chatter. I had WhatsApp group. Omoti and Gabi admin. I didn't just come speak. I provided the facts, the evidence. So, what do they have to do? Now, let's use Gabi also to try and gag him. Make sure baby I'm sure baby do hande. Then Gabi too went to court in Ghana. Gabi too has won the case. Gabi too has won the case. I'm in America. Nobody has sued me. No bailiff has presented anything. Nothing. A judge sits in Ghana court and says, yes, Gabi, you are right. Whatever you are saying is right. Nobody has contested it. You have won. Gabi call court. No? Na a year. Samensa on the Oye City News, or City Channel, whatever. Samensa on Ghana now. Why is a bullfruit? No? He was Gabi's witness in court. He went to sit in court and said he is the witness. Samens is a journalist. He calls himself a veteran journalist, Samens. He went to sit in box and testify my Gabi. Said you see no hobby. It is true. Samens no na mo kwasi abe. Enti ka jamu se mo no. Sa kwasi afo na mo so no. E shekra isa mo bi mo bodam. They are liars. Then thank you Mr. S. And get me the other one. Get me the other ones. Let me put all on the screen. Be ready if you Then Gabi so called na Gabi so nya win. Kevin Taylor and lawyer or here, you win a lawyer. Kevin Taylor responded to any suit. You respond here. Kevin Taylor no 07 no you the letter be and say Gabi also was 7 Kevin Taylor and they are judging say Gabi winning. Gabi so just Kevin Taylor. These were all the things they put together to make sure say I will shut up because they didn't know Nipa me yet. They had no knowledge about me and they still have no knowledge about me. They don't know what I represent and what I do. And anytime I said there are so many people in Ghana and abroad, they don't know me. They don't know what I do. And then enemy strength, So I like it when people underestimate me, when people try to call me names, when people try to, in life, when people underestimate you, that is the best thing in life. I want the Gabi one. That is the best thing in life, when people underestimate you. So Sankuma got his win. Yes, Uncle Jiska. And Sankuma so call yes we winning. Then why this whole man Jack? So Sankuma too got a win. Gabi Sobenya win. Kevin Taylor and Yabechina, then they were so excited. Ekufuado was behind this. Baumia Dems were behind this. They were pushing this because if we are able to gag this boy, the NDC will never come to power. What has Kevin Taylor done? I was just showing Ghanaians documents. Every single day I sit on TV, I was giving it to them. Ghana for Munjen Kokenkai. Ghana for Munjen Kokenkai. This is what I have discovered. This is the work we have done. Remember, this is the job of the Ghost team. They were on the ground, sacrificing their life. Ekufuado government, do you know that? And Ekufuado, say, official for document. Now they will kill you. So all my Ghost team members, their life, they'll be because they can be killed any day. It wasn't a joke. Gabi Winnie. Yanka bibia some de me juma American amete so far obianya American belief bia ba me fie me ka dem say was serve me say my den makodi boni. So me, I didn't care about anybody. I was doing my job. And check right before that, the Ghana consulate in New York, Esma, two gentlemen, that time Kaipa 2017 or 18, that time I Zara. And almost smart a year, two gentlemen and a two. So mumbra, no mbeshe baby amete. This is America. So one morning I was there, and I'm with a gentleman, me nubi. I day.
Okay, abusuya we ne ensema ekọ so e wo political highway so Abronye DC and na eche se ekwan a opese o flee away from Ghana no and na Kevin Taylor ababe drop is a hot secret no e di amaya enye asem keto akra beda mase samo je pene kokoti sa ensem we e di maya aha e gossip politics TV so beda mase.